morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thanksgiving, and thank you for tuning in with Fred TV at Mac Aldrich Field for the biggest rivalry in the country between New Bedford High School and Durfee High School. My name is Robert Costa.
In a row on the season, so they're certainly looking to bounce back. New Bedford's 4-5, and they could be making the playoffs. Rob, you got more?
Right, and even with key injuries to New Bedford Whalers, I mean, they lost a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a running back. Just because it is a rivalry, I don't think that will have an effect. I mean, you have a beautiful day out here. There's no excuse for rain or slippage or too cold. It is beautiful on the field. So, I mean, because it is a rivalry, even though some teams are down with Durfee's record to 1-8 and New Bedford losing key players, it's still going to be an unbelievable game to watch.
Exactly, and you mentioned about key players. New Bedford's going to be without their top receiver, Jared Wood, their top running back, Marcel Tapina, and their quarterback, Miles Medeiros, is also going to be out for this game. So he won't get his record, unfortunately, for most touchdown passes. He was one away. We won't get to see that here today.
Right.
We also have the Durfee quarterback is going to be out of the game as well. He's not going to be starting. Instead, they have Tavelis Oliver starting for Quentin Souza. So there's some more changes there to the lineup.
And we do want to mention happy Thanksgiving to everyone tuning in to Fred TV here at Mac Aldrich Field. It is about rolling upon 10 a.m. as Durfee High School will face New Bedford Whalers. And let's take a listen in to the Durfee High School band.
That'd be crazy if you returned. Especially for winning.
Yep, the image as you see will be the senior football players for Durfee High School met by their parents.
Oh, the kid that he hit, remember against Rondon?
Once again, you're watching Durfee football on Fred TV Thanksgiving morning at Mac Aldrich Field, Durfee High School. We're ready to introduce the seniors and their parents to the field. Lined up, ready to take the field.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Mac Aldrich Field, home of the Durfee Hilltoppers. Once again, welcome to Durfee High School. Thank you for celebrating with us Senior Day, Senior Morning, in honor of the Durfee Hilltopper football football team. We would like to take this time to recognize the hardworking senior athletes as well as their parents to show our appreciation for their hard work and dedication to the program and Durfee High School. Would all seniors and their parents who are there please remain there? We would like to start by recognizing the 4 captains and their parents. Senior captain number 13, Todd Pexino. He is met by his father, Todd Pexino. Senior number 29, Tom Soares. He is met by his parents, Ed Soares and Lisa Young, and sister, Megan Soares.
That's number 13, Todd Pexino, met by his father, Todd Pexino. Following him, number 29, Tom Soares.
Captain number 65, Ben Feidelberg, is met by his parents, John and Polly Feidelberg. Senior captain number 74, Christian Cabrera. He is met by his parents, George and Iris Cabrera. Let's give a warm thank you to the captains for their hard work and true leadership on and off the field this football season. The next senior being recognized this morning is senior number 8, Tyler Pacheco. He is met by his parents, Kevin and Amanda Pacheco. Senior number 11, Chris Rondon. He is met by his mother, Nancy Rondon. Senior number 15, Sean Rogers. He is met by Uncle Rudy Gustav, cousins Martita Gustav and Fritz Gustav. Senior number 18, Mark Montalvo. He is met by his parents, Jose and Patricia Montalvo. Senior number 23, Fritz Gustav. He is met by his father, Rudy Gustav, and sister, Martiza Gustav. Senior number 42, Brian Baldo. He is met by his mother, Brenda Baldo. Senior number 43, Jordan Furtado. He is met by his grandmother, Barbara Silva. Senior number 53, Andrew Baptiste. He is met by his parents, David and Gretchen Baptiste. Senior number 54, John Ramos. He is met by his parents, John Ramos Sr. and Lisa Ramos. Senior number 59, Tim Pont. He is met by his parents, Cliff and Denise Pont. Senior number 68, Danny Booth. He is met by his parents, Soban Booth. Senior number 70, Chad Martins. He is met by his parents, his father Nick and mother Fatima Martins. Senior number 81, Devin Sanders. He is met by his parents, Mike and Katie Sanders. and senior, number 83, John Boudre. He is met by his stepfather, Dave Marchand, and mother, Leanne St. Pierre. How about a big round of applause and thank you to the seniors and their parents for all their time, effort you have put into the Durfee High School football
Thank you, seniors
season.
and parents, for all the time and effort you have put into the Durfee High School football throughout the years. Thank you, seniors.
Okay, so all the seniors have been introduced and the parents are on the field as well. And you're seeing a live shot of the field. And the band is about ready to
Once again, good
Star
morning, ladies and
Spangled
gentlemen,
Banner
and welcome to
in
McAldrich
just a few
Field. At
minutes.
this time, we would like you to direct your attention to the center of the field. Please stand, remove your hats, and remove your helmets. And direct your attention to the field as the Durfee High School Marching Band, along with the New Bedford High School Marching Band, will be joining forces on the field this morning as they play your national anthem.
We're going to break away. When we come back, we're going to talk to long-time. Break. ESPN 1320 WNBA football.
Actually, we're going to hold for a moment until New Bedford makes their way to the field.
And as you are seeing, New Bedford High School and Durfee collaborating as one marching band to give off the national anthem here at McAldrich Field. Again, we want to thank you for tuning in to Fred TV Channel 17 to the Durfee New Bedford Thanksgiving Day Football rivalry. You're about to see the national anthem.
I don't think we should start until you the other here. So I don't think they should be out. Told them will be out here. Told them will be out 10:05.
As we await New Bedford, just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, restrooms are available behind the scoreboard. The porta-johns are there available for you also. Open is the field house for you as well. There's restrooms in there. Also, the sports boosters are selling refreshments on the Durfee side, so please help yourself. We also ask that you please throw away your trash this morning, as it is Thanksgiving and we don't want the custodians here till 2 o'clock picking up your trash. So if you'd be so kind to please throw your trash away, we would appreciate that. While we have a moment this morning, I'd like to make a quick announcement for an upcoming event taking place this coming Monday, November 28th at Venus de Milo Restaurant in Swansea. You can join us for a dinner honoring John Taylor, who is the Volunteer of the Year and Youth of the Year, Brianne LaVoy. The guest speaker for that dinner is going to be
Once again, you are watching Thanksgiving Day Football on Fred TV. Whalers versus Hilltoppers, the 103rd matchup between these two teams.
November 28th at the Venus de Milo Restaurant, 75G AR Highway in Swansea. The reception's going to the dinner's at 6:30. $50 a pop.
And we are just waiting on the national anthem.
Well, if you were going, I was just looking for some updates as they happen so I can pass them along. Yeah, because this way we can let the New Bedford folks listen and know what's going on too.
And we are just waiting on the New Bedford Whalers to take the field so we can begin the national anthem.
See, Robert, it's a great day for football. The rains are gone, and this place is getting full. The New Bedford side's looking full. Durfee is full on this side, and it should be a great game today. As we said in the open, the Whalers have a 3-0 record right now in the last 3 games against the Hilltoppers. Prior to that, Durfee was on a 3-game winning streak against New Bedford, so Durfee's looking to try to reverse the fortune and come away with a home win here and finish out the season on a high note.
And I couldn't agree with you more, Evan.
The last time that the Hilltoppers won actually was your senior year, right? And you
Right,
were on
yeah.
the field.
I was on the field 2007, graduated 2008. And as a football player and many that have graduated and played for Durfee, you definitely get the goosebumps, as they say, as you come back and watch games as the years go on.
Exactly. We're going to direct your attention to the field for the national anthem.
Run up and 8 down. The Bedford Whalers, they are 4-5. A win today by the Whalers will put them at 5-5. They'll be 1-1 in Big 3 play. But for the New Bedford Whalers, there's still a chance to get into postseason play. They can do that simply by making a couple of things happen. One, they have to win here today. They have to hope that Bridgewater Raymond beats Rondon today. That game was postponed from last night and moved to today, so hence the reasoning for keeping an eye on the scoreboard there, which we will be doing all morning long for you. We'll get some updates. We will pass them along as to what's happening there.
Well, as the marching bands march off the field, we're going to stay towards the field for the coin toss, the final of the opening ceremony. See who's going to get the ball first.
In their black uniform, top and bottom, red numerals with the white along the side. And on the other side for the New Bedford Whalers, they're in their traveling white uniforms today with the red numerals and, of course, the white shirts.
You look at the Hilltoppers this season, one of the things, unfortunately, that they've struggled with is the offense. They've struggled getting points on the board. In fact, they got shut out in their last matchup. It was against Dartmouth. They lost that game 38-0. I think it'd be great for the Hilltoppers. They really should get the ball first. It'd be great if they win the coin toss and get the ball so that they can try to get some early points. You know, when you score first, it really helps the defense a lot better. It makes things a lot easier. You know, you have the lead, you have that cushion, and then you can kind of build on it.
Right, definitely, and especially a game that involves adrenaline and the rivalry between both. You definitely want to get those early points early on so that you have a nice cushion to play with for the rest of the game.
Exactly.
And as you're seeing, the captains in front out for the coin toss and the seniors behind.
Also captain, but junior number 15, Raposa. Number 70, Oliver Fires. And 80, Jared Wood.
Captain number 65, Ben Feidelberg. Number 74, Christian Cabrera. Number 13, Todd Pixino. And number 29, Tom Soares.
Also, once again, let's give it for a hand for the seniors at Durfee this morning.
And if you may be tuning in to Fred TV, Channel 17, we do want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving here at Mac Aldrich Field, the biggest rivalry in the country, 103 years. Durfee Hilltoppers, New Bedford Whalers. And let's see what happens with the coin toss. Durfee elects to receive, as New Bedford will be kicking off.
There you go, and as I said, that's just what the Hilltoppers need. They really need to get the ball, march down the field. Even if it's a field goal, just get some points on the board. They've had trouble doing that this year, unfortunately. You know, the offense has struggled, but if they get the points on the board, you know, anything can happen. Last year, it was a 7-7 game in the fourth quarter here, you know, on Thanksgiving Day. So anything can happen. You know, the Whalers were able to sneak by and grab that one last year. But it was certainly a close contest. And it always seems to be when these two teams get together. All the hype and the adrenaline, as you talked about, it really seems to propel these teams to play the best football possible on Thanksgiving Day.
Set deep for the Hilltoppers, number 13, Todd Pixino, and number 22, Raheem Barzi. As New Bedford takes the field, getting ready to kick off.
Senior number 83, Jonathan Finnerty, getting ready to kick off and get this game underway. In high school football, we play 10-minute halves. There are no 4 quarters, 10-minute halves. We'll have a short break in halftime.
Kick is off, returned by Todd Pixino up the middle for a gain of about 15.
Stopped right at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Hilltoppers offense will take the field and start marching down.
started at just around the 25-yard line at the 26. First down and 10 Hilltoppers.
The quarterback today, number 10, Tavelis Oliveira, filling in for Todd Pixino from the shotgun. Runs left, handoff, immediately tackled at the 20-yard line.
Got stopped in the back.
Loss of about 5. It's going to be second and long, second and about 15.
There's going to be a loss of yardage there for the Hilltoppers. It is going to be a second down and long. Ball is going to be started at just about the 20-yard line. Second down for the Hilltoppers.
Number 10, Tavelis Oliveira. Takes it himself up the middle. Immediately stuffed. At about the 22-yard line. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on that play.
Number 10, Tavelis Oliveira on the carry for the Hilltoppers.
Durfee starting offense, number 2, Isaiah Slowick. Number 8, Tyler Pacheco. Number 10, Tavelis Oliveira. Number 13, Todd Pixino is a captain. Number 22, Raheem Barzi. 43, Jordan Furtado. And 83, Devin Sanders. That was an inside handoff, immediately stuffed for a loss of about 5 on the play. Great job on New Bedford's defense on that one.
Yeah, it's a 3 and out for the Hilltoppers. They don't gain much yardage there, and they'll be forced to punt.
As a result, it is going to be a fourth down. It's a fourth down and long for the Hilltoppers. Ball is going to be spotted at just about the 18-yard line for Durfee.
Durfee pushed back to the 18-yard line. 4th and about 14, 8 minutes on the clock. A smart decision to punt. We'll see how far this kick goes. And it was a pretty decent punt down to the 45-yard line. Immediately fumbled, and what believes to be picked up by the Durfee Hilltoppers, but the Whalers squeaked in there somehow.
Yeah, it was more of a line drive kick. It really didn't get too high in the air there, and it made it difficult for the Whalers to catch it. Fumbled it, but it was still recovered, so they'll have the ball about the 44-yard line. Good field position for the Whalers to start off.
That's number 15, Mike Raposa under center, quarterback for the Whalers. Running back in motion, tossed left, and is tackled for a loss of about 2 yards on the play. Seems to be with number 39, Joey Manchesti, on the tackle. About 7:26 on the clock. Second down and long for the Whalers.
Both teams going to the run early. As expected, you don't see a lot of passing in high school football, a lot of running. The running game is really big, and both teams have not thrown the ball yet.
Again, number 15 under center. Handoff immediately stuffed by the Durfee defense. Looks like it's a loss of about 1. It'll be 3rd and 11 from the 45-yard line. If you're just tuning in for TV, we do want to thank you for tuning in to the New Bedford Durfee Thanksgiving Day rivalry. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. New Bedford is 3rd and long, 6 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Quarterback number 15, Mike Raposa from shotgun, running back in motion right. Takes the handoff, but gives it to the other running back. Picks up a gain of about 4. Will bring up what looks like a New Bedford punt.
Yeah, he lateraled it there. That was a little unexpected, but the guy was open. He had a hole to go through, but the Hilltoppers defense stopped him in his tracks.
Yep, New Bedford exposing a little trickery, end around, reverse type plays early on in the game. So you really have to expect anything from New Bedford at this point.
I'd say you can expect anything from both teams. Both teams want to win this game. Hilltoppers want to win it. You know, Durfee Pride all the way. The Pride is here. The stands are full today. It's a beautiful day for football.
And again, number 22, Raheem Barzi, set back to return the punt, as well as 13, Todd Pixino. And the Whalers trap it at about the 2-yard line.
Uncatchable punt there. It just didn't happen. It bounced on the ground, and so the Hilltoppers are going to have to work to march down the field. They're going to have to almost go the entire length if they're going to score.
It was a great job by Durfee's defense for the 3 and out.
And both teams' defense is looking strong early on, ready for the run. We mentioned Durfee trying to win this end of the season on a high note. New Bedford is playing for extra life because Brockton's playing this afternoon, and if Brockton loses and New Bedford wins, New Bedford, despite losing to Brockton early in the year, will make it to the playoffs.
Right, that's a timeout, Durfee. The New Bedford Whalers starting defensive line. Number 40, Cody Fuma. 60, Servalo Pyers. 66, Doug Pimentel. 86, Tyler Arena. Other seniors are starting. Hunter Flugel, number 9. Nate Gonzalo, 23. Jonathan Soares, 28. Carlos Santos III, number 30. As well as 36, Devin Santos. 44, Demetrius Washburn. 45, Ricky Moores. As Durfee's pushed back to about the goal line, we have the quarterback under center, Tavelis Oliver. Hands off up the middle. Raheem Barzi breaks it free, and he's going down to the 50. A wide open field. New Bedford Whaler right behind him, but can't catch him as Barzi scores. Touchdown, Durfee.
Unbelievable.
Ran up the middle, found a little seam, looked like what it was, a trap play. Got past the linebackers, and the safeties were nowhere to be found as Raheem Barzi looked like a 99-yard touchdown run. But, oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, we have a flag on the field, and it is on the Durfee Hilltoppers. As disappointing as it is to take back the touchdown, they do still end up with a big chunk of yardage on that play.
Yeah, the penalty occurred at the 40-yard line, so at the very least, we may see them gaining a bunch of yardage, but it doesn't look right now that the points are going to stand.
And that hurts. You know, you go out there, you have a wide open field, no one touching anybody, and then one of your defenders goes over and hits a New Bedford Whaler from the back or holds and messes up the entire play. You really got to lay low when you have a running back in wide open territory streaking for the end zone. And what was a 99-yard touchdown run brought it back to about a 25-yard run, which is really devastating for the Hilltoppers at this point.
Yeah, you know, if I'm the Hilltoppers, I'd go right back to that play.
I would.
Bedford wouldn't be expecting it.
Quarterback out of shotgun, handoff up the middle, immediately tackled at the 25-yard line. Second and long.
You know, penalties are part of the game, but that is a heartbreaker because I don't think anybody would have expected to see that right in the first quarter, or first half.
Quarterback out of shotgun, Tavelis Oliver. Drop back to pass, rolls right. Looks like he's going to take it himself. Looks like what's to be a 7-yard gain on the play. And he was taken out of bounds by Ricky Moraes, number 45 for the Whalers.
Very close to a first down. There might be like third and short, maybe third and inches. He went out of bounds. Very close to the first down. About 2 yards shy.
It's going to be 3rd and 1 with 4 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. Quarterback Tavelis Oliver at shotgun. Hands off to the running back up the middle. Immediately tackled. Looks like what it could be a first down with a gain of 2 yards.
Yeah, a favorable tackle there as the Whalers tackled him forward, and he fell across the down line. So he actually gets the first down on that. Move the chains. Clock's still running.
And as it is a game of inches, that definitely helped. Once again, Tavelis Oliver, quarterback in shotgun. Looks like he drew the New Bedford Whalers offsides. Neutral zone infraction.
It was against the Whalers.
The penalty was against the Whalers.
It will remain first down.
Pick up 5 yards on that play, so now it'll be 1st and 5.
5 now for Durfee.
3:57 on the clock. If you're tuning in right now, thank you for joining us here at Fred TV. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It is 0-0, New Bedford against the Hilltoppers. Inside handoff immediately stuffed with a loss of about 3 on the play.
The Whalers took care of that flag. They basically brought it back and lost about 3 or 4 yards on that.
Whalers making tackle there.
You know, it's something you got to do is you got to take advantage of your opponent's mistakes. And, you know, points off turnovers could be very big in this game.
Right.
Points off of penalties could be yardage off of penalties, excuse me, should be very big in this game. The Hilltoppers couldn't take advantage of it there. They'll have a 3rd and long now.
Quarterback Tavelis Oliver from shotgun. Drops back to pass. Immediately swarmed by New Bedford defenders. Throws it. And tipped by a New Bedford Whaler defender. It looks like to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it went right through the hands of the eligible receiver there and couldn't get his hands on it. So it's certainly not a fumble as he never had control of the ball. And the Hilltoppers will be forced to punt again for the 2nd time.
3rd down.
So we have 3rd and long Hilltoppers at about the 38-yard line. Quarterback in shotgun. We have a timeout. Durfee. And Durfee looking to take the shotgun formation aspect of this game today. As you can do a numerous amount of plays from it. You can do the handoff, you can do a quick screen, or any type of pass play. So it really is beneficial to do it from the shotgun.
Yeah, you have a 3rd and long here. You want to keep moving the chains, and maybe head coach LeJohn Jones didn't see something he liked in the formation. You know, against the Whalers defense, wants to mix it up a bit for this 3rd and long.
Back from shotgun. Fakes left, rolls out right. Has a wide open receiver. It's caught by number 13, Todd Pixino, who runs it in for the touchdown. 6-0 Hilltoppers.
That one's legitimate. No flags on that one there. It's a great
They're not
throw.
taking that one back, ladies and gentlemen.
It was a great pass by the quarterback. Just an easy toss over the defenders.
So what seemed to be an early score by a 99-yard run by Raheem Barzi actually just got delayed a little bit by a touchdown pass to Todd Pixino. Durfee's huddling whether or not they're going to go for the extra point or 2-point conversion.
Looks like they might be going for 2 because I don't see the kicker on the field.
And they are going for 2. Raheem Barzi in the backfield. Tossed right to Raheem Barzi, who looks like he's going to run it in, and he did. 2-point conversion. Durfee 8, New Bedford 0.
That was a gutsy move. Early in the game, you almost like to take the sure extra point and just kick it in. There isn't much wind, actually. It's pretty calm out here. But Coach Jones saying, let's go for it and keep the pressure on, and it paid dividends. So now it's 8-0. The Whalers have to come back now.
Yeah, and like you were saying, you really don't want to chance anything early on. You want the definite points. But Durfee just showing you how they can pull out any type of play at any point in time, and you never know what you're going to expect from them.
Exactly, and as I keep stressing, that's really big to be, the first scorer in the game, especially in a big game like this against your rival. You want to do well. Both teams want to do well, and sometimes emotion and adrenaline can actually get in the way of that. So it's important to stay calm and composed on the field, but also have fun. And they really, composed some great plays there, marched right down the field, and they have the early score.
Number 12, Mike LaHoy Jr. set deep for the New Bedford. A squib kick up the middle. New Bedford finally falls on it around the 30-yard line. Special teams today is focusing on the squib kick.
Absolutely. We look back to that last drive. If you recall, the Hilltoppers were at the 2-yard line, so it ends up being a 98-yard drive for the early score in this one. Whalers will have to go 70 yards if they expect to score as well.
As Durfee's from the shotgun, New Bedford takes the under center approach. Quarterback Mike Raposa, drop back to pass, doesn't see anything, takes it himself up the middle. He gets a good, nice chunk of yards, about 7 on the play.
Mike Raposa takes it himself for the Whalers. Shot that just about the 38-yard line. It is going to be a second down and about 2.
Thank you for tuning in to Fred TV, 2011 Thanksgiving Day football game between the rivalry New Bedford Whalers and Durfee Hilltoppers. If you're just tuning in, 8-0 Durfee, a minute 55 on the clock in the first quarter. And as you saw, a quick little handoff was immediately stuffed by the Durfee defense.
It looks like they're going to be just shy of the first. They have the next down, third down. It'll probably be about 3rd and a yard, or maybe just a little more than a yard. It's certainly a 3rd and short. Might see a quarterback sneak here.
Hey, you never know. You can't expect anything from these two teams at this point. New Bedford breaks the huddle. Quarterback going under center, number 15, Mike Raposa. Takes it himself, but I think he's stuffed. We'll take a look at what the refs say.
Yeah, they did go for that quarterback sneak, but it looks like they might be short. 4th and maybe inches. And it looks like the Whalers are going to go for it. No hesitation. So both teams playing aggressive right now. Dennis Golden, the head coach for the Whalers, saying, well, we'll keep the pressure on too.
And a referee timeout. Bringing the chains out to get a more specific measurement.
You can see it on your screen at home. And they are just short. 4th and inches.
We'll see if Durfee's defense is up to the test on this stand, as they have done many 3-and-outs so far this game. It's inches, so any type of tackle could actually push New Bedford forward. Timeout, the Whalers.
While we have a minute here, let's talk about, Robert, the recent history. The Whalers really dominated in the 90s. In fact, they swept that decade from the Hilltoppers.
They really did.
And in the 2000s, it was pretty much split. So now we go into the 2010s. Whalers are 1-0. Whalers have won about 66% of these Thanksgiving Day games.
Right.
So the Hilltoppers are certainly trying to, reverse that. They certainly want to keep getting some wins and keep getting their record against New Bedford better and keep improving it year to year. And again, last year, we talked about last year, it was a very tight game all the way through. To the fourth quarter, it was tied 7-7. So low scoring. The defenses are being very stingy with the yardage and the points. Right now, the defenses look pretty good right now as well.
And one of the factors that may have taken play with that is that the number of head coaches that have been switched out at the Durfee program. So obviously when you have the big dog, the head coach, being switched out, it's going to directly impact the players and the performance on the field.
Very, very true.
But the quarterback takes the punt. Again, an unexpected quarterback shotgun punt type play. It's about the 9-yard line where it finally comes to rest.
Well, we said we'd expect everything. I certainly didn't expect to see that. They line up 4th and inches, but I guess, the Hilltoppers defense, as I said, has been very stingy, especially right now early in the game on the run.
And that definitely was a very smart play by the Whalers to kind of get more yardage out of the punt than they really would have if they would have set up as a punt formation.
Exactly, because the Hilltoppers weren't there to receive the kick, and therefore the ball's going to be marked at about the 10-yard line.
Two of the receivers split out right. Number 10, Tavelis Oliver from shotgun, sprints right, takes it himself, finds a gap, and is tackled at about the 25-yard line, picks up a gain of about 15 on the play.
Gotta love the quarterback doing it himself there. Didn't want to hand it off, didn't see an open receiver, so he just ran with it.
And that's just showing the athletic ability of the quarterback, a Michael Vick status type quarterback as he was switched in place of the old one, Todd Pixino.
Exactly.
Number 10, Tavelis Oliver from shotgun. Again, takes it himself. Only picks up about maybe a gain of 1 if he's lucky. And that was the thing coming into this game. Everyone knew that Tavelis Oliver was a great athlete, but just can he live up to the quarterback position?
Exactly. It's Quentin Souza played in the last game, and I guess head coach Jones decided to switch it up today on Thanksgiving Day. And right now, at least, it's paid dividends. It's that touchdown was a touchdown pass all the way down the field.
And that was to number 13, Todd Pixino, as the score is now 8-0, Durfee. As we conclude the first quarter, moving on to the second. Teams are huddling, getting things straightened away, and switching sides. Be sure to join Barbara and the crew from Citizens for Citizens for their annual Operations Christmas Telethon. We'll have it live all weekend here for you starting Friday, December 2nd through Sunday, December 3rd. Tune in, make some bids, and help some area children holiday a more joyful one this holiday season. Happy holidays from all of us here from Citizens for Citizens, and tune in to Fred TV that holiday weekend, December 2nd through December 3rd. That was immediately stuffed by the New Bedford Whalers defense. 9:40 on the clock as we begin the second quarter. Durfee's offense underway from about the 26-yard line. Quarterback from the shotgun position. Running back in motion right. Takes the snap, drop back. Scrambles right. And I think he picks up a yard or two on that one.
Yeah, he escaped the tackle there. If he was sacked, he would have lost about 5 yards. Able to gain, as you said, about a yard or two.
Down and 10. 4th down and 10 for the Hilltoppers.
shy of the 25-yard line.
This time changing to the under center position. Quarterback Tavelis Oliver. Actually, it's a punt. Caught at the 40-yard line. And that was by number 12, Mike LaHoy Jr. Scrambles. Breaks a tackle and tackled at about the 47-yard line.
So about a 40-yard punt there. And the Whalers will be starting just shy of the 50-yard line.
Definitely some good field position for the Whalers as they start off their first drive of the second quarter.
Exactly, and in the last drive, the Hilltoppers were able to stop them, and they still had good field position. So we'll see how the Whalers change things up a bit, read the formations on the defense, and maybe make some changes here in the second quarter.
That's number 15, Mike Raposa, under center. Fakes the handoff, fakes the toss. A wide open New Bedford receiver overthrown, incomplete pass.
Quarterback had him. The receiver was open.
That'll
just
bring up
overthrew
second
it
and
just
10.
a little bit.
Second and 10 for the Whalers.
Pass was intended for Jonathan Finnerty, the senior.
If you are tuning in, happy Thanksgiving from us at Fred TV. It's 8:16 on the clock, 8-0 Durfee. New Bedford on offense, second and 10. Quarterback from shotgun. Looks back to pass, doesn't, takes it himself. Finds a seam, picks up about 4 or 5 yards on the play. It's going to be third and short for the Whalers.
Talked about the athleticism of the quarterbacks. That was a great move there to escape the tackle. He had a Hilltopper right on his heels, and he's able to dash right, dash left, and he got right through there and gained about 5 yards.
Ball seems to be started at just about the 46-yard line for the Whalers. Third down.
Whalers, third and 5. Quarterback from shotgun. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Drops back, doesn't find anyone open. And he does. Receiver to the right, number 8. And that is Preston Perry for the catch for the first down.
Great hands there from Perry. He really had to reach up for that one.
Yeah, he really did. It was what they call a fingertip catch.
Exactly. Gained about 15 yards. I believe that was the first pass completion of the day for the Whalers. They're moving the chains, getting down the field. Now they're about the 38-yard line.
Quarterback back in shotgun. Awaits the snap. Handoff up the middle, but takes it himself. Actually faked the handoff, took it himself, gained about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Mike Raposa, quarterback from New Bedford, very smart on deciding whether to take it himself, give it to the running back, or actually drop back and pass.
Very true, and actually right now early on, it looks as though the quarterback has more rushing yards than the running backs right now.
And Mike Raposa is definitely doing a very good job at filling in for Miles Medeiros. I know at 6'1", you had very tall shoes to fill.
Exactly, no pun intended.
Quarterback in shotgun. And it looks like what is caught by the New Bedford Whaler receiver. Maybe for a couple of yards on that play. 6:05 on the clock. It's going to be third and short for the Whalers. Third and 4, excuse me, from the 38-yard line. Entering the last part of the second quarter here at Mac Aldridge Field. Thank you for tuning in to Fred TV. Happy Thanksgiving, ladies and gentlemen, as you're watching the biggest rivalry in the country going on 103 years between New Bedford Whalers and Durfee Hilltoppers. Quarterback number 15, Mike Raposa from the shotgun. Takes it himself, faked the handoff, finds a wide open lane, blast past the Durfee defenders, and touchdown New Bedford. like I was just saying, he does a very good job at making the decisions, whether to take it himself or give it to the running back. But he definitely found the seam and got to the end zone on that play.
Exactly. A little over 25 yards there, that run to get into the end zone, about 25 to 30 yards. We'll see if they're going to go for 2 as well and try and tie it up. Don't forget, folks, at home, you can also watch this game on fredtv.us, www.fredtv.us, by clicking live on the homepage. You can always watch Fred TV live on the web 24/7.
And New Bedford Whalers, as Durfee did, are going to attempt the 2-point conversion. Quarterback under center, motion right, fakes the handoff, actually takes it himself. Once again, takes it himself, ladies and gentlemen. Number 15, Mike Raposa. 2-point conversion is now 8-8 going on the second half of the second quarter.
All tied up here. Durfee scored late in the first quarter, and now midway through the second, New Bedford scores. We're tied up. Both teams going for 2-point conversions, which I think is still pretty gutsy early on. But keeping the pressure on is part of the game. Both head coaches keeping with that motto.
And coming down to the phrase, offense wins games, but defense wins championships, this definitely is a championship-type game, as they've been very consistent defending each other's offense, and a very sporadic offensive drive for both Durfee and New Bedford, scoring on random drives. I mean, the defense have been consistent all game on stopping 3 and outs, and then it's just one little play here and there where they score.
Exactly. It's the one big play that you really got to be ready for. We said the running game's a big thing. The quarterback really made that drive, I have to say. I mean, he took it down the field for the touchdown, and he also had some rushing yards earlier in the drive. It was about
Raheem
a
Barzi
60-yard drive.
Taking the return up the middle, finds a crease, good chunk of yards of about almost the 35-yard line. First and 10 for the Hilltoppers, as we see if they can score before the half. That would be nice.
Absolutely. You'd love to go into the second half with a lead, especially knowing that New Bedford's going to get the ball at halftime.
Right.
It's the best yardage that the Hilltoppers have had so far on any kickoff or punt return, starting from about the 30.
Quarterback in shotgun, motion left, drops back to pass, has a receiver open, but it intercepted New Bedford as he takes it around the 50-yard line. That's number 23, Nate Gonslow, takes it out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, but we do have a flag on the play. Maybe it's some type of pass interference. We'll tune into the refs to see what it may be.
I think it may be a hold. We'll have to see what the decision is.
So now it's holding New Bedford. And that'll bring them back to about the 45-yard line.
The interception will stand. The hold came after the fact. So the Whalers do get the ball back, and now the Hilltoppers will really have to play some tough defense to stop the Whalers in their tracks here. They really don't want the Whalers to score again on their second straight drive.
And as we were just saying, defense is everything. That was huge for New Bedford to get that interception, to break Durfee's momentum on scoring. And like we were just saying, Durfee scoring before the half would definitely give them the edge coming out, knowing New Bedford's getting the ball.
Exactly, and New Bedford would like nothing more than to score, knowing that they're getting the ball back. You know, I mentioned you got to take advantage of the opponent's mistakes and turnovers and penalty yards. That's the first turnover of the game, and the Whalers are looking to score some points off of that.
New Bedford out of shotgun, hands the ball off up the middle. Running back gets a gain of about 5 yards on the play. .446 on the clock. Tie ball game here at Mac Aldrich Field. Thank you for tuning in. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's going to be second and about 5 for New Bedford. quarterback out of shotgun. Hands off up the middle. Finds a seam, picks up the first down for a pick of about 8.
Nice job by the offensive line there for New Bedford to create a hole for the running back to get right through there for the first down. Chains keep moving, and more importantly for New Bedford, they want this clock to keep running down because they don't want the Hilltoppers to get the ball before the end of the half.
Absolutely. And that run was taken by Kevin Nunes, number 5 for New Bedford, who picked up that first down. First and 10 on the 48. Tie ball game here, 8-8, as they both elected to go for that 2-point conversion after each touchdown. Timeout New Bedford.
Well, that'll stop the clock. And they mustn't have liked the formation of the defense against their offense. So maybe they're going to switch it up. I tell you, it's just a beautiful day here at Durfee High School, Mac Aldridge Field. There have been plenty of games played in less than ideal conditions. This is ideal football weather.
It really is, and on the new multi-million-dollar stadium they just received back in 2007. The stands are packed, fans around the edges on the fence.
And the field is dry.
Field is dry.
More importantly, the field is dry. It's not a mud bath.
Quarterback from shotgun, Mike Raposa, takes it himself, finds another seam, breaks it out, looks like what to be another touchdown. Wide open sideline, cuts it back in, and is taken out within the 5-yard line. Another beautifully executed run by Mike Raposa, and on the decision to not give it to his running back but take it himself, bounced it outside, found the seam down the sideline, and was taken out within the 5-yard line.
I have to say, I didn't have the opportunity to see Miles Medeiros play at any point this season. But I can understand maybe why the head coach for New Bedford wanted to go with Mike Raposa. The athleticism, from what I'm seeing here, is just incredible. You know, passing the ball, he's made passes. He's running the ball. He's got close to 100 yards rushing already, and he's a quarterback.
Right. Both quarterbacks in this game showing off the athletic ability. Shotgun, handoff up the middle. Nunes dives for the end zone and gets the touchdown. Touchdown New Bedford within 4 minutes here in the second quarter. That'll bring it to 14-8, as we'll see if they decide to go for the extra point or that 2-point conversion. It looks like they're going to be safe and go for that extra point, which is what they should do.
Absolutely. At least at this point in the game, they matched Durfee's 2 points, so it was tied, and now they're going to be ahead. They're ahead 14-8, waiting the extra point attempt. It's never a given. You never know.
Michael LaJoy Jr. on the hold, and Mr. Everything, number 15, Mike Raposa for New Bedford, doing it all, kicking the extra points, being the running back, scoring the touchdowns, and even completing the first down passes. He's definitely showing the potential of what an athletic quarterback could and is actually doing.
Absolutely. You know, you love a player that can do everything, and even better for the Whalers, Mike Raposa is a junior, so he'll be back here next year. Still has one more
and tough
season
to stop
under his
now.
belt.
He will be tough to stop next year.
Absolutely.
Hoping good health.
Yeah, let's not forget that the Whalers have just taken lead on 2 straight drives. They just got 7 off of a turnover, an interception. The Whalers are still without their top receiver, Jared Wood, and their top running back, Marcel DePina. So they're getting it done without some of their top players. And their quarterback, we mentioned in the open, was one shy, Miles Medeiros, one touchdown pass shy of the record, which is 17. And he's not playing in this game. So it was a gutsy move, considering passes were being made to the end zone
Kickoff
to take
to
him out.
Raheem Barzi. Runs it up the middle, hesitant on which way to go, tackled at the 20-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 Hilltoppers. About 3:24 on the clock.
If you're the Hilltoppers right now, you got to stay composed. You just gave up 2 straight touchdowns to the Whalers. You know, you're going into the half. Just try to get some points on the board. Get in field goal position if you can't get in the end zone. There is plenty of time. Use some timeouts. You know, short slants to the outside. Get out of bounds. That's a great way to go as well. Work the sidelines and march down the field. There's plenty of time on the clock.
Let's see if New Bedford's defense can hold up as Durfee is trying to get that last-minute touchdown before the half. Flag on the play. We'll tune in to see what it may be. Looks like it's on the Hilltoppers.
Penalty was against the Hilltoppers. It's going to push it back.
False start, Hilltoppers.
Ball's now going to be at the 15-yard line. It will remain first down. It is a first down and long to Durfee.
Folks, don't go anywhere at halftime. We're almost at the half. Don't go anywhere because the Durfee Marching Band will be performing on the field. They have some great music planned, as they always do. And so don't change that channel because we're going to stick it right here live.
Looks like what to be another false start on the Hilltoppers. Flags swarm the field. And it is. They'll be pushed back another 5 yards. Not looking good here at Mac Aldridge Field as Durfee was trying to get those extra points with 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in the half. Trying to get those extra points before they go into the locker room.
Yeah, they're going to have to do it now. They're going to have to go 1st and 20, basically. So they just lost 10 yards. It's going to make it a lot more difficult.
Quarterback from shotgun. Number 10 to Velas Oliver. Turns the corner on the right. Tackled maybe for a pickup of about 1 or 2 on the play. Actually, that was a pickup of about 10 on the play. Excuse me.
Yeah, he actually did a nice job of getting around the defenders to the sidelines and really kind of erased the penalty. But now they have only 2 downs to get the normal 10 yards per down.
2nd and 10. Clock winding down to 3:15.
It's going to be 2nd down now for the Hilltoppers from the 20-yard line, their own 20.
Quarterback back in shotgun. Running back in motion right. Fakes the handoff. Takes it himself. Goes the opposite way. And is brought down at what looks like to be the 25-yard line.
Number 12, Michael Roy on the tackle for New Bedford. Timeout has been taken by the New Bedford Whalers. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half.
It's going to be 3rd and about 8.
You can see the Hilltoppers. They're watching the clock. They were trying to get out of bounds there. He was running to the sidelines, of course, trying to beat the defender as well. But he was running towards the sidelines, which, you know, when you're under pressure, that's the best thing to do, you know, when you're under time restraints. You got to get out of bounds to stop the clock. You don't want to use all your timeouts in 1 down.
You definitely do. And 3rd and long here, they're battling the time as well as yardage.
3rd down from the 22 for Durfee.
Coach Taylor Brown hands off the play to the quarterback, to Velas Oliver. So they break, take the formation. Shotgun with Raheem Barzi to the right. Rolls right. Lets the pass off. Well defended by New Bedford. Incomplete pass.
No interference on that play. The Whalers defender was looking at the ball coming in. As long as you're looking at the ball and you're trying to get the ball, you can't be called for pass interference. So that was very nicely played by the Whalers defense there.
It was pass intended for number 13, Todd Pixino, one of the captains on this Durfee football team. Fourth and long for the Hilltoppers. Smart decision in punting. And all they really need to do is just hold New Bedford for a couple of plays, run out the clock, and they'll both be heading off to the locker rooms. Horrible punt. Maybe about a 10-yard flimsy, wobbly punt that goes out of bounds. But there might be a penalty on the field as flags are down. We'll tune in to the refs to see what it may be.
That was tough there. He just didn't get the footing right on the football there. It's just really a high, almost like straight up and down kick there, but might have the opportunity to redo the punt, depending on what this penalty is.
Looks like the penalty's on the Hilltoppers. Doesn't appear like it's going to be enough for the first down.
But it might change, the decision on what to do here on offense.
Hey, stay back. Be ready now. Let's go. Joey, just have fun. Good job. Don't worry about players.
We've seen some crazy decisions here today, going for the two-point conversion after the touchdowns early on in the game. Different reverse-type plays, passes when not, punts when you don't think. You just really can't expect anything right now.
Exactly. That's what I love about high school football, actually, is because you never know what you're going to see. We've seen the running back, like I said, the quarterback for New Bedford's got almost 100 yards rushing in this game. We saw Durfee, the great pass down the sidelines for a touchdown.
Durfee is electing to go for it. They need 3 yards on the play.
It's about 4th and 4. Gutsy move, because it would give the Whalers great field position here with less than 2 minutes
Take
to
the
play.
timeout as they press the safety button, which now what looks like it's going to be a punt. They hope to get New Bedford off sides.
If you'd like to get your 50-50 raffle tickets out now, you can do so. Again, I'm going to call the 50-50 raffle ticket number. You can pick up your prize in the entrance to the Hilltopper Stadium here. That number is 669-873. You can pick up your 50-50 money in the entrance to the stadium.
See on your screen there, that was Durfee head coach LaJohn Jones.
The handoff up the middle. It looks like the Whalers have stopped them.
That's a great stop by the Whalers because they don't have very far to go to try to score in the last about 2 minutes, a little less than 2 minutes.
And if short, the Whalers will go on offense. If they do score, they really will have run away with this game here in the first half. And they do get the ball, ladies and gentlemen. 1st and 10 on about the 27-yard line for New Bedford. You have 1 minute and 51 seconds on the clock. 15-8, New Bedford.
It's a tough break for the Hilltoppers. I still expected to see them punt this one, maybe a fake punt like we saw New Bedford do earlier in the game, just to make sure that the Whalers couldn't score. It would get the ball down the field, but they elected to go for it, and, we'll see if the Whalers can capitalize on it.
Quarterback in shotgun, Mike Raposa, who's been very smart today on decisions, whether to hand the ball off or take it himself. Very versatile quarterback. Can basically do everything, as we've seen him even kick the ball.
We're looking at 1 minute and 51 seconds to go in the first half.
As you see coaches, players discussing how to stop this New Bedford Whaler offense.
That is the Hilltoppers' final timeout.
Really a preventative defense right now. Not on the risk-taking side, but conservative side.
Absolutely. You really don't want to give up more points. Might be very difficult for that to happen because they have less than 30 yards before they hit the end zone. The Whalers do. So Durfee's got to buckle down here. This is going to be, a real test of character and ability here on the defense.
Quarterback drops back, a screen left to number 5, Kevin Nunes. brought down at what looks like to be the 12, 13-ish yard line.
That was a sweet play by the Whalers there. Pump fake to the right, and the screen, he was open there. Oh, man, that was just a beautiful play. Very, very nicely executed.
Durfee's defense in definite need of the halftime rest to regroup mentally and physically.
Yeah, they've been out there a long time. They've been out there almost for the entire second quarter here. So it's a long time.
Shotgun. Looks like a false start on number 5, Kevin Nunes for the New Bedford Whalers.
That always helps the defense.
School officials, please report to the south end zone at the beginning of halftime. Once again, will all fall order. New Bedford City and school officials, please report to the south end zone at the beginning of halftime. So it is a 5-yard penalty against the New Bedford Whalers. It is going to be a first down and 15 for New Bedford.
Quarterback in shotgun, drop back to pass, finds an open wide receiver for the Bedford Whalers and is caught. It looks to be the 5-yard line, immediately tackled by a Durfee defender. Very close to a first down. It'll be second and short.
Looked like it was Perry that received that ball. He waved to show he was open, and Raposa just totally threw it right in there, right through the defenders.
Some good team chemistry.
Absolutely.
Raposa faked the handoff on that play and immediately tackled by the Durfee defenders. Probably around the 7-yard line.
Stopped him right in his tracks.
That was Tim Ponce, the senior for Durfee, on the tackle. Approaching 28 seconds on the clock.
We got a timeout on the field. If you're just tuning in here on Fred TV, happy Thanksgiving to all. It's 15-8 Whalers. They're marching down the field here again. They will get the ball the second half. So they're looking to score once again. It's a 3rd and 2 situation here. Live from McAldrich Field at Durfee High School. It's a beautiful day for football, folks. And don't forget, if you don't have a TV nearby, you can log on to www.fredtv.us and click live on the homepage. You can always watch Fred TV on the web 24/7. It is available to you.
And even if you have friends or family who would love to tune in but can't because they're not in the Fall River area, they can go online, as Evan said.
It's a great option to have.
There's a false start on New Bedford. Set them back 5 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and long now from the 10-yard line.
First quarter was pretty clean in terms of penalties. Second quarter's been, we've seen a lot of flags flying on the field, a lot of yards lost. Whalers, that'll push them back a little bit. 3rd and 8, it's going to be difficult. They don't have a 3rd and goal yet, so they still need a first down or they got to find the end zone.
Quarterback goes to the receiver right. He's immediately picked up and tackled at about the 10-yard line. You can definitely see the emotion by number 23, Fritz Gustav, who made the tackle on the play.
It's a great play, and the clock is continuing to run, so it
3
looks
seconds.
like they're going to run out the first half, or they're taking the timeout, and they're going to maybe attempt the field goal. So there's no time left on the clock after the kick.
Definitely a smart decision by New Bedford. You know, and if you can't get the touchdown, get the extra points, get that field goal, add some more points to the board.
Also, for your information, restrooms are available. Porta johns are available for easy access behind the scoreboard. Also, restrooms are available and open at the field house right behind the New Bedford stands.
2 seconds to go. It's 4th down and 8 for New Bedford.
Breezy on the field. It was supposed to be very windy today. It's not that windy out there. It's a great move to go for the field goal. You know you have a sure attempt at some points, you know, as you close out the half. And if you don't get it, they're getting the ball back, as I said, in the second half.
Like Raposa on the kick once again. It is good. They'll tack on another 3 points. So the final score at halftime, 18-8. Both teams making their way to the locker rooms, regroup, get some water, get a strategy planned, and we'll see them back for the start of the third quarter.
Again, at this time, please, all Fall River and New Bedford school officials, if you'd be so kind to report to the south end zone at this time, we would appreciate that. Thank you.
In the second quarter of the first half, and they lead it 18-8. Offense was running strong, so stick around for halftime. We'll be back shortly with the second half. Thanksgiving Day football from Mac Aldridge Field. We're back. I'm standing here with the principal of Durfee High School, Mr. Paul Marshall, and superintendent of schools, Mrs. Meg Mayo-Brown. Nice to see you.
Sorry, I left you hanging there, Evan. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's okay. Glad you're here with us here during the halftime. And talk about the first half of this game. You know, the Hilltoppers jumped right out, got an early score, and unfortunately the Whalers, unfortunately for Durfee, the Whalers were able to jump right back and they scored 18 unanswered points. Mm-hmm. What do you think the Hilltoppers are going to do to come back in this game?
Well, I think the kids are really fired up for this game, and they really came out and played very, very well. I think if they keep that energy up that they had in the first half, they're going to be able to compete, and hey, you never know.
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving Day sometimes has some surprises.
I think that our team's going to regroup during halftime. You know, you can't argue against the Durfee pride in the sense that we never give up, and they're going to come back out fired up.
Exactly. You talk about Durfee pride. I was just going to touch on that because we just saw that on the video you saw at home, folks. Durfee pride is a big thing that you guys have been pushing. I think it's a great thing. And I think it's showing by the fact that the fans here have filled the stands. You know, and regardless of the outcome, they're going to be happy with, you know, just being here.
Yeah, the stands are full today. Yesterday we had an awesome pep rally led by the high school. I think the highlight of my time was watching Mr. Marshall in the flash mob dance leading that.
Yeah, I guess it was dancing. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I was doing, but I was having a lot of fun. So that's what it's really all about. Kids had a great time. The adults had a great time. And, you know, it's nice being the principal of a high school because you really never get a chance to grow up. You're always surrounded with that energy. So it was a great day. And a great day today, too. The weather was cooperating so far. So, I mean, couldn't be better. Well, it could actually be better. The score could be reversed. But we got another half to go.
We have a video coming up, the door decorating contest. Can you talk about, you know, what that is so that fans at home understand what it is? And,
absolutely. Yeah, it's a tradition that I'm not even sure how far back it goes because I was talking to some people who were associated with Durfee way back. But basically what it is, it's a competition between classes and also between clubs. And they get an opportunity to it's called a door decorating contest, but it's more of like an area, and there's skits that are involved with it. Yeah. And we moved the skits. The skits have been so interesting over the last few years, and what we felt was we wanted to have the whole student body take a look at it. So we've moved that into the rally, so the skits are done there too. So it's just a great opportunity for the kids to show their school spirit, to show their class spirit, and really pull everybody together. So it's a lot of fun.
That's great, because it certainly seems like it's grown a lot since I was a student here 5 years ago, because I remember it was literally just make the door as colorful as possible, but it certainly has grown, and that's really a great thing.
Yeah, so. We're hoping, I mean, I know the superintendent's dance card is incredibly busy, but we did get a chance to have Fatima over from central office to help judge, and would love to have them over next year. So we're going to put that date down now so nobody can mess with it.
Great. Thanks so much for joining us at halftime.
Our pleasure.
And you have anything else that you wanted to say?
We'd just like to wish all the viewers and families and fans and everybody that came out today a wonderful, safe, happy Thanksgiving to enjoy with family and friends.
Great.
Thanks,
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate
Happy
it.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, folks, now stay with us. We're going to have that video from the door decorating contest right about now, so don't turn that dial.
action.
some of the decision making into the hands of Mike Raposa, which
Like that.
Wow, that was pretty cool. I can't even believe how much this has grown, the door decorating contest, since I was here 5 years ago. That was really cool. And I know that you had a part of it too, right?
I did. I mean, that was back in 07, and you were 06 to 07?
06, 07, yeah.
I was 07 to 08.
Yeah.
And I know this year the theme was to pirates, and you have to have the red and black, but incorporate it with pirates and the boats and the cannons and the extra little parrot and the eye black and.
I know, it almost looked like something that should be on stage in the theater, in the auditorium.
It really
it's really
should.
cool.
Yeah. It's amazing what students can do when they really put their mind to it and they love the creativity of it.
Exactly.
And get into that Durfee pride. So
Exactly.
it's definitely an awesome little feature here at Durfee High School.
Exactly. Now, we just saw the first half of football. Whalers are up 18-8. They've scored 18 unanswered points. They all came in the second quarter, in fact. Talk about what goes on right now in the locker room. You've had the opportunity to be a part of the football team, and you've been in these locker room meetings. So talk about what's going through the players' minds and coaches' minds during this halftime.
Well, I mean, as all the adrenaline's rushing through the players and coaches, the main theme here is to just have fun. It's your last game as a senior, and I know 4 years later, here I am today, and I'm wishing I could be out there. I'd give anything to be on that field to give one last game. I mean, playing college football, it's not the same as playing high school football. So going through that locker room right now, I mean, the coaches are amped up and fired and definitely motivating the players to get out there and keep fighting. And the players are probably either down on themselves, and that's why the coaches are there, getting them up and getting them motivated to definitely come out here and give another performance that they can actually stay in the game. I mean, they're only down 2 scores,
Exactly.
so it's definitely possible, definitely reachable. And by the looks of that first half, back in the first quarter when they had that sporadic run, got brought back, and then they ended up scoring again, they can do that at any time, and it's definitely something that they can do in the second half at any time. So
Exactly.
it's definitely going to be an exciting second half here at Mac Aldrich Field. In the locker room, they're going to come out fired as anything.
Exactly. And, I want you to touch on something. You have played in college. Tell us about the difference in that. I mean, what makes high school so much better?
I mean, you're closer with your high school friends. You grew up with them in the same city, in the same town, and you get to be on the field with them as like a mini army, as they say. And you're fighting another war or fighting another battle, and in this case, it's Durfee, New Bedford. Once you get to college, it's people from everywhere, all different states throughout the country, and it takes a while to get that team chemistry. But here in Fall River at Durfee, you know what I mean. In high school, you definitely grew up with them. You know each other. So definitely, I prefer high school football over college, if that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we're almost done with halftime. Right now, the score is 18-8 Whalers. And we're going to take a look at another video on your screen, so don't change the channel because we're staying right here. Okay, welcome back to Mac Aldrich Field. You just saw a video there promoting Operation Christmas. It's a telethon that happens every year, December first weekend in December. This year it's December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's a great cause. I love being a part of it. I'm there every year.
Yeah, me too, and we're always there helping out behind the scenes or even on camera, and this year it's going to be more exciting than ever, from Citizens for Citizens, benefiting the children and helping them get a better Christmas.
Absolutely. We're going to direct your attention to the field. The Durfee Marching Band is going to put on their show now, so sit back and relax and listen to some great music.
Volunteer of the Year, and Bree Ann Lavoie as Youth of the Year. called Be Great. It's happening this coming Monday, November 28th, at the Venus de Milo restaurant located at 75 GAR Highway, Swansea. The reception begins at 5:30 p.m. Dinner's at 6:30. Tickets are $50. If you would like ticket information, you can call 508-672-6340. Once again, if you'd like tickets for this event, you can contact 508-672-6340. Municipal Bill, also the guest speaker for the 1981 Youth of the Year, the President Durfee High School Athletic Director Victor Ferrero. So at the beginning of the game, the Hilltoppers won the toss. And the Hilltoppers elected to receive. As a result, they'll begin the second half, kicking the ball away.
Kick off! Kick off, team! Get out there! Kick off, team! Kick off!
Welcome back, folks, to Mac Aldridge Field. You just saw the Durfee Marching Band put on a great show. Did a nice Billy Joel medley. That was pretty cool. And the Whalers are beginning the half. They will be receiving as they kicked off to begin the game. They're up 18-8 right now. And Robert, what do you think the Hilltoppers can do to try to, get back in this game?
Just really quickly, I think the Hilltoppers need to stick with their running game. Raheem Barzi, who had that spurt 99-yard touchdown run that got called back. He hasn't got enough touches to even make a difference right now. But as you're looking, Durfee Hilltoppers give a squib kick. New Bedford jumps on it. But going back to that, I think they need to focus more on their running game, pop a couple passes here and there. As you saw, the pass game wasn't working as much. They did get the touchdown out of it, but they definitely need to focus more on Raheem Barzi at the running back position.
I'd have to agree with you right now because the running backs, they were doing pretty well earlier in the game.
Quarterback from shotgun. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Sprints left. Mike Raposa finds a seam, picks up about still trucking, breaks a couple tackles, picks up about 9 on the play. That was number 15, Mike Raposa. We do see some flags on the field. Holding, blocking the back, New Bedford.
And you have to think, if the Whalers hold on to this game, my MVP is definitely going to be quarterback Mike Raposa. He has done it all so far in this game, mostly even in the second quarter. The first quarter, the Whalers were pretty quiet, and they exploded for the 18 points in the second quarter. So Raposa has done a very, very good job jumping in as quarterback on such a big game like this one. The rivalry between these two teams is historic.
And there really is a lot of pressure on the quarterback position, never mind being the backup filling in for the biggest game of the year. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left, quarterback back in shotgun, drops back to pass, has an open New Bedford Whaler, bobbles a catch but catches it, brought down about the 31-yard line, 29, excuse me. Beautiful pass by Mike Raposa to a wide open New Bedford receiver.
That was outstanding. You're talking about doing it all, and that was maybe as good of a pass as you could have. The receiver was downfield, he was open, he bobbled it a little bit, but he was able to gain control of it and bring it down, and that was about a 50-yard catch.
That is a 45-yard
Completed pass for the Whalers. Handoff was to number 5, Kevin Jones.
It's a gain of about 3 as he settles his way to a second down. Second down.
Picks up about 3 on the play. 9 minutes on the clock. 18-8 here at Mac Aldridge Field in Fall River, Mass. Happy Thanksgiving, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, cousins, aunts and uncles. Beautiful day here at Fall River, Massachusetts, Mac Aldridge Field, Durfee High School. 18-8, New Bedford over Durfee. Quarterback back in shotgun. Gives the handoff. Immediately tackled. Maybe pick up about 1 or 2 on the play.
Don't forget, folks, that if you can't view this on your TV sets at home, if you're out of Fall River or you don't have Comcast, you can log on to www.fredtv.us. You see it on your screen at home there. You can watch Fred TV streaming on the web live 24/7, and you can, of course, see this game on there right now.
And again, for friends and family that live out of state, live across the country, wherever they may be, can still tune in to this unbelievable rivalry, Durfee, New Bedford, Thanksgiving morning. Shotgun formation, handoff up the middle, fakes it, takes it himself, picks up about maybe 1 on the play, immediately tackled by a Durfee defender.
Yeah, he got tripped up there. He was almost gone, and the Durfee defender there grabbed his legs and tripped him up.
It's going to be 4th down at about 6 on the 24-yard line. And they're going for it. Shotgun formation, drops back to pass. Scrambles, takes it himself. Looks like he's going to get that first down. Tackled out of bounds at about the 16-yard line.
The Whalers fans certainly think he got it. We'll wait and see if they have to measure the chain. Nope, the chains are moving. So he got the first down on that one.
Just a trend that New Bedford has continued from the first half to now the second half, moving those chains, whether it's run or pass. They're getting the job done here today.
Exactly. Actually, in this situation, I like them going for it on 4th down. You're up by 10. You have the ball. You're way downfield. So the worst thing that could happen is the Hilltoppers would take over at about the 25.
Shotgun quarterback takes it himself, would immediately sacked in the backfield at about the 25-yard line. There's going to be a decent loss on that one of about 6.
Also, number 41, Manny Fernandez. That's a loss of about 5 yards. It's a second down now for New Bedford.
We have 6:30 to go in the third quarter. 18-8, New Bedford. As we await New Bedford breaking the huddle, we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to Fred TV here, Channel 17 in Fall River, Mass. Happy Thanksgiving. Quarterback and shotgun, takes it, drops back, scrambles right. Has a wide open New Bedford receiver he overthrew. Wide open New Bedford receiver ran down the sideline. Not a single defender was with him and overthrew him.
Yeah, it was just a little floater there that floated a bit too high. And, you go out of bounds, you catch it, it doesn't really matter because you're still out of bounds. You're not going to be in play. So they let that one go.
And
from the 3rd and 15.
From the corner of safety position, you're saying, thank you, God, he overthrew him. Thank you.
Exactly.
We have 3rd and about 15 on the 21-yard line. 6 minutes on the clock. Bedford from shotgun. Hands off up the middle, immediately tackled by a Durfee defender.
We talked earlier about New Bedford playing to get into the playoffs. Right now, Brockton is losing to Bridgewater Rain at 14-0 at the half. So if Brockton loses this game, despite beating New Bedford earlier in the season, Brockton will be out of the playoffs, and New Bedford, if they win this game, will be in. So New Bedford is certainly playing their hearts out. They want to win this game. They want to get to the postseason.
Mike Raposa attempting the kick. Be about a 37-yard field goal. Snap is down, kick is up. And no good, wide right. Hilltoppers, 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, have to say that after the second quarter, the Whalers put up 18 points. That's probably the first break that the Hilltoppers have gotten while the Whalers have had the football. It's the missed field goal. So the Whalers will take over on downs, and we're about halfway through the third quarter here. Mac Aldridge Field, thank you for joining us, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody here. You're live on Fred TV from Durfee High School.
Tavelis Oliver making the first appearance of the third quarter from the shotgun. We have a toss right. Barzy takes it, sneaks it between a couple defenders, picks up about 3 on the play. That was Raheem Barzy, running back for Durfee.
And the Whalers were ready for that one. Just ran into a lot of traffic right there, and he did gain 3, which is good, keep the clock rolling and keep moving down the field.
Keep the positive yardage going.
Exactly.
Quarterback and shotgun, 1 receiver to the left, 2 spread out right. Sprints left. Was going to do an option, but immediately tackled at the 20-yard line by the New Bedford defender. Pick up a 0 on that play. Approaching 4 minutes in the third quarter. Is definitely going to need to think of a play and get that first down, pick up momentum, get the drives going, move the chains. Slow and steady wins the race, and that's how they really need to do it here with Raheem Barzy getting more plays, getting their running game into effect.
Exactly, and unfortunately they just lost the 3 that they gained on the previous play, so now it's back to a 3rd and 10, 3rd and long for the Hilltoppers.
Quarterback and shotgun, drops back to pass, has an open receiver. Dropped at about the 35-yard line, incomplete pass. That was intended for number 8, Tyler Pacheco.
Pacheco just couldn't handle it. That was a great pass by the quarterback for the Hilltoppers, and unfortunately, just couldn't handle it.
Going to bring up about 4th and long, again from the 20-yard line. Only reasonable option to do is to actually punt the ball. There are no place whatsoever to go for any fakes or reverses.
No, especially down 10, you don't want to chance it right now.
Bad snap, fumbles it, decides to run with it, which is probably not a good idea. Turns the corner and picks up maybe about 2, but it's still a loss of 3. Whalers are in perfect field condition to continue the drive they had the previous drive before.
Yeah, if you're the Hilltoppers, that's the last thing that you wanted to see happen. Unfortunately, though, yeah, the snap was just a little to the side there, and the kicker couldn't handle it. So Whalers take over now on downs, and they really are in great position. They're only 13 yards away from the end zone, and they're going to look to continue adding to their score. Up by 10 already.
Quarterback and shotgun, Mike Raposa, number 15 for the Whalers. Flags thrown. Looks like what it is, a false start. And it is a false start on New Bedford, 5-yard penalty.
It will remain a first down. As a result of the penalty, the 5-yard loss is going to be a first down and 15.
First and 15 for the Whalers.
Ball's going to be started at the 18.
If you're just tuning in, 18-8 here at Mac Aldridge Fields, Durfee High School, New Bedford on top. Quarterback and shotgun, rolls right. Doesn't have anything, scrambles away and sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Great defensive execution there by Durfee.
Yeah, it pushes the Whalers back even further. They lost 5 on the false start, and now they lost another 2.5 to 3 yards. So it'll be a 2nd and 17 for the Whalers on their next play.
It's going to be 2nd and about 18 for the Whalers.
2:45 on the clock. Quarterback drops back to pass. Has a wide open receiver, incomplete. Great defensive play by the cornerback on that play. Breaking up the pass. I mean, it was a wide open receiver, and they somehow got in there to deflect it away.
Absolutely. You know, the ball was there, and it just didn't happen for the Whalers there. They couldn't connect. So a big third down here for the Hilltoppers. A big stop. They have plenty of yardage, to work with, but you don't want the Whalers to get too close for comfort.
Again, New Bedford back in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Screen left to number 5, Kevin Nunes. Immediately tackled by number 54, John Ramos. Loss of 8 yards on the play.
I'd say that's the best that the Whalers defense has looked all game long. That was a huge, huge stop. And not sure if at this point the Whalers can even try to go for it. I don't know if they can punt.
Timeout, Durfee.
It is a 20-second timeout taken by Durfee. 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And again, be sure to join Barbara and the crew from Citizens for Citizens for their annual Operation Christmas Telethon. We'll have it live all weekend here for you starting Friday, December 2nd through Sunday, December 4th. Tune in, make some bids, and help some area children and their holiday a more joyful experience for this holiday season. Happy holidays from all of us here, as well as Citizens for Citizens.
It looks like New Bedford's going to go for it and just try to push Durfee back a little further and give up the downs. We'll see what happens here.
Quarterback back. Sacked in the backfield by a number of Durfee defenders at a 41-yard line.
Well, that got the
Number
crowd
43, Jordan Furtado, and 41, Emmanuel Fernandez on the sack. A great display of persistence and execution by the Durfee defense.
Absolutely. They caused the Whalers to lose about 25 yards on that drive, and that woke the crowd up. Now the Hilltoppers have some great field position. They're starting at the 40. Let's see if they can bounce back and keep moving down the field and try to get a score.
The crowd is chanting, the stands are rumbling, and let's bring that emotion onto the field as every Durfee player is up and cheering their teammates on. With the momentum on the offense, let's hope for a score. Handoff right to number 2. That was Isaiah Slowick, but there is a flag on the play. Let's tune into the refs to see what it could be. That was a false start on the Hilltoppers. It was declined by New Bedford, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Excuse me, 2nd and 11. It was a loss of 1 on the play. Timeout, Hilltoppers. Some miscommunication on the sideline.
Interesting to decline the penalty there. I guess the Whalers are thinking, let's keep the downs moving instead of repeating, the first down and have more yardage to gain for the Hilltoppers. Better to just have less downs. We remind you, folks, that you can watch this game and Fred TV 24/7 on the web at www.fredtv.us. And following the game, we'll have some post-game analysis, so don't go anywhere.
Quarterback in shotgun. Fakes the handoff, takes it himself, immediately sacked at the 40-yard line. Pickup of 0 on that play. Clock rolling down to 1:20. 18-8 here at Mac Aldridge Field. Durfee losing to New Bedford.
About 1 minute left to play in the third quarter. Had no scoring in this quarter, just a lot of defense.
Quarterback Tavelis Oliver leading the huddle from the shotgun position. Receiver left, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Fakes the handoff, actually hands it off up the middle, finds a seam, wide open down the sideline. And that was number 43, Jordan Furtado, one of the running backs here today, with the incredible run down the sideline. Found a seam up the middle, bounced it outside. Good chunk of yardage there for the Hilltoppers.
This is that big play that we were discussing. You know, we saw earlier the 98-yard rush for a touchdown that got brought back. Well, these big plays to gain chunks of yardage is going to pay dividends in the end. That was about a 38-yard rush for the Hilltoppers.
Now the shotgun toss left to Raheem Barzi, who bounces it out, breaks past the defender and gets tackled. That looks like the 20-yard line, 19-yard line, excuse me.
Gain of about 5 or 6 there. Barzi's having a very nice game. Solid performance.
Let's see if they get it off before the quarter ends. It's ticking down to about 5 seconds. That's Coach LaJean Jones, Durfee's head coach, first year. And that's it for the third quarter. 18-8. New Bedford over the Hilltoppers. A beautiful sunny day here at Mac Aldridge Field in Fall River, Mass. We thank you for tuning in to Fred TV as we have live coverage of the Thanksgiving Day game. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Well, Robert, the Hilltoppers are marching down the field. They're at the 17-yard line, and they really could use a touchdown here, bring it to within 3. The defense has looked really good in the second half, and they have about 10 minutes left to play in this game, 10-minute quarter. Do you see a comeback here at home, or do you think that the Whalers might end up putting it away after they get the ball back?
With the way it's going right now, Durfee still definitely has a chance at the comeback. I mean, the momentum is on their side right now with the huge stop of New Bedford. They're on offense. They have control of the ball. They can definitely score. I mean, it's a 2-possession game, so there's definitely possibility here.
Exactly. First step is to get the ball in the end zone for the Hilltoppers, right?
Correct. Durfee's going to take the ball from 17-yard line, 2nd and 5. Fresh start to the fourth quarter. The refs are mingling, getting the yardage straightened away, and where to put the ball. Quarterback Tavelis Oliver from shotgun. Runs right, takes it himself, gets past one defender, but immediately tackled, maybe a pickoff of about 1 on the play.
Gain of about a yard. It's going to be a third down and 4. Thereabouts for the Hilltoppers. It'll be the 16-yard line, 3rd down and 4 for Durfee.
Quarterback in shotgun. 2 receivers spread out left, 1 to the right. Some miscommunication on the field. Looks like a false start, Durfee. trying to get the Whalers to go off sides, but actually backfired.
Yeah, that's a tough break because you had a 3rd and 4, a 3rd and short, and now it's going to go to a 3rd and long, and it's going to make it difficult for the Hilltoppers to regroup from there.
And you figure there's 9 minutes to score 2 touchdowns. They definitely need to have good time management skills on the offensive part, get the 3 and out on the defensive part, and then score again.
Absolutely. You know, you say they got to score 2 touchdowns, but they also got to make sure that they play very strong defense to blank the Whalers in this quarter, because you can't allow the Whalers to score another touchdown.
Quarterback from shotgun takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls left, takes it himself, wide open Durfee receiver, touchdown Durfee.
What a great play.
Beautifully executed play. Fake the handoff right, rolls around to the left, wide open receiver in the end zone, touchdown pass delivered by Tavelis Oliver.
That's awesome. Oliver says, forget the first down, I'm going to the end zone on 3rd down.
And that's an extra 6 points to their scorebook.
Now they'll attempt a point after and try to make it a 3-point game. That's huge after the defensive stop. That's a huge, huge scoring drive.
8:53 on the clock. It looks like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Raheem Barzi in the backfield. Almost like a swinging gate formation. Quarterback under center. Running back motion right. Scrambles right. Wide open Durfee receiver. Touchdown. Excuse me. Extra point. 2-point conversion Durfee. 18-16. New Bedford.
I am shocked that they went for 2 there. You know, you never know. Again, you know, the point after, everybody, you know, well, touchdown 7 points. Well, a touchdown is 6 points. You still got to kick the ball. But I'm very surprised that they went for the 2 points. And, you know, luckily for them, it turned out well, because now, if they hold New Bedford, a field goal can give them the lead.
And exactly, it didn't look so good going for that 2-point conversion after the touchdown. But now that they completed the 2-point conversion, it is just that much better for the Durfee offense to get those 2 points. 18-16, New Bedford on top. Durfee underway to kick off here in the 4th quarter, 8 minutes and 53 seconds. Thank you for tuning in to Fred TV. Happy Thanksgiving here at Mac Aldrich Field.
I'll tell you one thing, we talked about that Durfee pride. There are alumni here, parents here, friends, family. The stands are packed right now, and they're rocking. That touchdown really woke up the crowd, and everybody's back into it as we come down to the last 8 minutes or so of football.
Squib kick by Durfee. Picked up by New Bedford. Mike Raposa, the quarterback, doing everything, has a beautiful run back to about the 40-yard line. And you know, this isn't just about Durfee, ladies and gentlemen. New Bedford, if they do win this game, with the loss of Brockton as it seems to be, New Bedford will continue to the playoffs.
Absolutely. Last check, Bridgewater Rainham was on top 14-0 over Brockton at the half. The game was supposed to be played last night. They postponed it. The only way this is happening now, Brockton beat New Bedford earlier this season, but Brockton right now is 5-5. If they lose, it'll be 5-6. And if New Bedford wins, who is 4-5 right now, New Bedford will be 5-5. A 500 record's better than a losing one. So New Bedford would still get the playoff berth.
It was a pickup of about 3, but immediately stopped by the Durfee defense. That was including a bunch of Durfee players. Number 11, Christopher Rondon. 54, John Ramos. Second and long on the play. the 42-yard line. Second and about 7. Quarterback handoff, fumbles. Mike Raposa gets it and turns a nothing into something as he finds a seam down the sideline. And there he is, number 15, Mike Raposa from New Bedford, Mr. Everything. We have an injured New Bedford Whaler on the field. But he does get the ball inside the 20 to about the 16, 17-yard line.
Yeah, the Whalers back into the red zone where they've lived for most of this game. And that was almost really a scary situation for the Whalers as the ball was fumbled but then recovered by Raposa. And, yeah, he gained about 20 on that play. And it didn't look very good. That was Kevin Nunes who was down, but he's up, walking off the field. Seems to be okay. And we'll resume play here. 7:48 on the clock, and the Hilltoppers in desperate need of a stop here.
You know, emotionally, Durfee was flying sky high with the touchdown and coming back up 18-16. But they got to keep that under control. You can't just be too happy about just one touchdown. You have to think when you're scoring and playing defense. Quarterback from shotgun, number 15, Mike Raposa. Takes it himself up the middle. Pick of about 1. Immediately tackled by a number of Durfee defenders, including number 54, John Ramos.
I'll tell you, Raposa's only 5'11", but he seems bigger than most of the players out there. He's very tough to take down. Once he gets moving, it's like, really, it's very difficult for the Hilltoppers. He just refuses to quit, refuses to go down.
You know, and once again, we're just going to talk about the athleticism of these two quarterbacks, both Tavelis Oliver from Durfee and Mike Raposa, especially Mike Raposa from New Bedford. Basically kicking the ball, returning the ball, playing quarterback, being the running back. And he's just the backup quarterback who's filling in for the injured New Bedford starting quarterback. Mike Raposa took it to the left, tackled at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, you talk about Raposa. I mean, easily has 100 yards rushing in this game. Putting on a clinic out there just on the offense, in every aspect of the offense.
At this point in the game, at most, Durfee needs to stop them to a field goal. Because with the time nearing 6 minutes, it will be really hard to overcome 2 touchdowns. Timeout, New Bedford. It's going to be 3rd and 10 on the 18.
Whalers taking the timeout, trying to figure out which play they're going to run here. Maybe give the defense a little something, a little extra time to think, you know, and let this settle in. This is a big stop for the Hilltoppers. They can afford to give up the field goal. They'd prefer not to, I'm sure, but they can afford to give up a field goal. A touchdown here would be disastrous at this point.
Quarterback in shotgun. Drops back. Has a receiver to the left. Broken up by the Durfee defender. Incomplete pass.
More importantly, no flags on the play. As I said earlier, there was another pass attempt earlier. It was incomplete. The defender was looking at the ball the whole time. There's no way you can throw pass interference, a flag on that. He's going for the ball just like the receiver.
That pass was intended for Kevin Nunes, number 5 from New Bedford. Once again broken up by the Durfee defender.
So now the question is to go for it or not to go for it for the Whalers. They have a 4th and 10. They got a long way to go.
That is the question.
But we saw the Hilltoppers just a couple minutes ago, they had a 3rd and 8, and they got it in the end zone.
New Bedford electing to go for the field goal. Mike Raposa, the quarterback, who is also the kicker, attempting the kick. The ball is up. Hold is down. The kick is off. And it is no good. Once again, a Durfee stop. They'll go on offense, 1st and 10. For what seems to be, could be the last drive of the game, as we're under 6 minutes here at Mac Aldridge Field in Durfee High School.
And Raposa just didn't get good footing on that one, so he's missed 2. 1 for 3 today on the field goals. He had one earlier to close out the first half, but the second half he's 0 for 2 in field goal attempts. I haven't seen this crowd more alive than it is right now, Robert.
You're absolutely right, and it's the rivalry of these two teams that brings this community together and stand for one cause in a high school football game of over 103 years. Running back in motion right, quarterback shotgun, sprints left, has a running back, gives him a pitch. Pick up about 1 if they're lucky. Wasn't really that good of a decision to make, as the running back was maybe 2 feet from the side of him.
There is a penalty on the field.
But nonetheless, pick up about 1. We do have flags on the field.
And it is
holding against the Hilltoppers, which is another trend that seems to be killing them all game.
There's been a lot of flags in the last couple of quarters. The first quarter was pretty clean. Time just kept rolling off the clock, but the last 3 quarters we've seen a lot of yellow flags on the fields, and this is going to push the Hilltoppers back.
And they're coming at points in the game where they can't really afford it.
Exactly. This is crunch time right now. You really need to make the most of the time you have, but not leave too much on the clock, because we've seen the Whalers, one big play and they're down 40 yards. So you can't leave much time on the clock either. So time management is a really big thing, and I'm sure Coach Jones is well aware of the clock right now.
Quarterback in shotgun, fakes the handoff, rolls right, has no one but a little receiver, and he gets hammered by number 45, Ricky Mores of New Bedford. Looks like a loss of about 3. The ball will be on the 8-yard line. Coach Taylor Brown discussing matters with the quarterback, number 10, Tavelis Oliver.
One thing you got to make sure of is you're so close to the end zone right now. The Whalers defenders have been right on the quarterback for the Hilltoppers. You can't get sacked in the end zone because the safety would really not turn out very well. It puts 2 points on the board for the Whalers, and then they get the ball back.
Handoff up the middle. Raheem Barze picks up about 3 on the play. Be 3rd and long, 3rd and 22. Excuse me, 3rd and about 15.
Hilltoppers have been running the ball a lot. I think they really need to send some wide receivers right down the sidelines and go for the pass attempt. I mean, you got to go for broke right now.
They definitely do. On the other side of the field, 80-plus yards ahead of them. You need to pick up some yards somehow. Quarterback in shotgun. Calling signals to the left. Takes the snap. Flags appear everywhere. Delay of game against the Hilltoppers. It's the little things that kill a team, and that's what's happening right now. A display of poor time management that they need to overcome very quickly with what it's 4 minutes on the clock, 18-6, New Bedford.
Yeah, and the clock continues to roll. And, delay of games, especially, like I said, in crunch time, that's something that's really difficult to take. That's something you really have to be aware of. Unfortunately, it happens. All you can say is the Hilltoppers need to regroup. They have a 3rd and 20 coming up right here.
Drops back, rolls right. Finds a running back in the middle of nowhere. Breaks a couple tackles. Gets up to about the 20-yard line. And that was to number 43, Jordan Furtado. He's a senior here at Durfee High School. 5'9", 210-pound.
They gained some good ground on that, but it looks like they have to go for it. Of course, again, the time's still rolling on the clock. Now coming to 3 minutes left in this game, and I don't know if they're saving timeouts or if they're out of timeouts at this point, but it's 4th and 11, and this is most likely for the game right here.
Punts it away to about rolling past the 40-yard line, nearing the 35, the 34-yard line where it comes to rest.
That was unexpected. I thought they were going for it there, Robert, and it looks like they're going to play defense. They've been able to stop them so far, and hopefully they can get the ball back very quickly.
Nearing 2 minutes, they definitely need to get a 3-and-out, a very quick 3-and-out at that. Hopefully the defense can come up with a big play, maybe an interception, a fumble, do something. They need something right now. 18-16, New Bedford over Durfee. Bedford in shotgun. Gives the handoff up the middle, and it's stopped by the Durfee defenders immediately at about the 35-yard line, 36-yard line, excuse me. 2nd and about 8.
You have the timeout. That'll stop the clock at 2:24. You can't allow a first down here if you're the Hilltoppers, because if you do, that's really, really going to put it very close to over at this point, because the clock will just continue to run.
As they break the huddle, defense regroups. And that's the thing about high school football. It's not all about the physicalness and the big, tough wide receivers or running backs who can run 40-yard dashes and things like that. It's about strategy and managing the time and picking what plays will work at certain areas in the game. Quarterback takes the snap, runs up the middle. Maybe about the 38-yard line. There's much more to the game of football than the physicalities of each player and what each player can do. There's the mental part of it, and that's what it's coming down to right now as we near 2 minutes here at Mac Aldrich Field in Fall River, Mass.
Well said, Robert. Of course, you know all about that. Of course, being on the team, when you were here at Durfee, you know what's going through the minds of these players right now. I can recall my senior year, it was, we talk about less than ideal conditions. It was like there was a nor'easter. It was in New Bedford. It was a mud bath.
Right.
Total mud bath. And I'm sure you remember that game.
I was actually in that game.
That's right.
And it was take out your sleds and start sliding. That's how bad it was out there.
Exactly. But, and the Hilltoppers on the road came through late in the game. And, they do, again, they have the opportunity to do that. There's one timeout left for the Hilltoppers, so if they get the stop here, 3rd and 5, they can use it to stop the clock and try to keep moving down the field.
This might be the deciding factor of how this game will turn out, ladies and gentlemen. If Durfee can stop them, use the timeout before the 2-minute warning, they will definitely have a chance to win this game. Quarterback takes it up the middle. And he is short of the first down. Depending on what they decide to do on 4th down will alter the decision of what happens. It's 4th and short for New Bedford right now. 2 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. I believe Durfee is out of timeouts.
Yeah, that was Durfee's last timeout. So it's interesting to see the Whalers have gone for it before. The tough thing is, while it's only 2 yards, they're still in Hilltopper territory, and if they give it up here, Hilltoppers can just get into field goal range and win the game. Obviously easier said than done, but on paper, that looks like what they could do.
It does look pretty good on paper right now.
Crowd getting loud behind their defense. You have to think this next play, if the Whalers go for it, will be for the game, and it looks like they might be getting ready to punt the ball.
It does, but you have to expect the unexpected right now. New Bedford has punted the ball before, so you can't always assume that they're going to punt the ball.
Exactly.
It's only 1 yard. They could fall down and get the first down at any time.
Yeah, of course. They faked it before. They could fake it again.
But they are going to punt. A line drive type punt. Brought down to about the... Oh, there's a flag.
That's a late hit if there ever was one.
The 25-yard line. A late hit is what it seems to be. Unsportsmanlike conduct from number 5. Kevin Nunes had the late hit on a Durfee defender.
Absolutely. And, you know, that's not something your team's ahead right now. The silly mistakes to let emotion get involved like that, you know, sometimes you can't help it. But at this point in the game, you got to be aware of what you're doing on the field.
You can't.
And that was something that could propel, you know, it puts the Hilltoppers that much closer now because that was a penalty. You can't do that.
Yeah, you really can't. As the player who did that to the Durfee defender, I mean, yeah, you laid him out. Ooh, you feel good. But guess what? Now you have a penalty. Now you have to give Durfee yardage. You put your team on the line. And the bigger picture is that Durfee is getting better field position because of your inconsiderableness.
That was a big 15-yard penalty.
That's huge field position for these Durfee Hilltoppers who have momentum on their side. Their sidelines, crowd, fans, everyone is standing up, clapping, going crazy. Mascot running back and forth. Quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, scrambles left.
That was the best thing he could have done. Without timeouts, he got out of bounds to stop the clock. If he hadn't gotten there, he knew he couldn't break in and go forward down the field. So, yes, they lost yardage, but that was huge to get out of bounds.
Loss of about
out of timeouts.
Loss of about 10 on that play. But that is huge. Getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. You have no timeouts. I mean, what are you going to do? You have to get out of bounds. 1 minute and 49 seconds on the clock. 18-6. New Bedford over Durfee. Crunch time, fourth quarter. This is what high school football is about. Second and long here for Durfee.
Absolutely, and the crowd is just totally into it right now. It's that Durfee pride showing its black and red colors right now.
Shotgun, pass, caught by the receiver, brought down around the 40-yard line.
Clock still rolling. He couldn't get out of bounds there.
Looks like it was caught by
continue to tick.
Caught by Tyler Pacheco, number 8, the receiver for Durfee. But the clock is still running, as you can see on your screen, 1 minute and 20 seconds. The QB has taken his time, which doesn't seem to be very effective right now. Quarterback out of shotgun, trips left, drops back to pass. Swarmed by New Bedford. Sacked at the 25-yard line. Really a momentum killer, mentally a killer, and the motivation of these players is getting brought down right now as that sack really hurt them.
Yeah, the clock keeps rolling, and it's going to end up being now about 4th and maybe 24. They lost about 10 yards. That's a real tough break for the Hilltoppers because they were in good position. And right now they're trying to get settled in formation. Clock's ticking.
Clock is ticking. Time clock is ticking. 25 seconds left. Thanksgiving Day game here in November. Last play of the game. Durfee against New Bedford. They need it. Complete. Fumble. Ball's fumbled again. Finally stopped. around the 35-yard line. And this one belongs to the Whalers, ladies and gentlemen. 8 seconds left here at Mac Aldridge Field. New Bedford, what seems to be, will come out, take a kneel, and they will have defeated the Durfee Hilltoppers 18-16. A devastating loss here at Mac Aldridge Field.
Yeah, Robert, you know, last year was a fourth quarter game, and again, this was a fourth quarter game. It really looked like everything was in the Hilltoppers' favor. As we're telling them, you know, they got to get the touchdown. And we said, okay, they got to stop the Whalers. They did that, and the Hilltoppers just unfortunately faltered at the end here. The Whalers will take the knee just to run out the final few seconds. In fact, it's 8 seconds. And unfortunately for Durfee, they'll have to just regroup for next year. They lost 7 in a row to end the year. The good news is the offense started to turn around because they got shut out 3 times this season.
Yep.
And at least they were able to get some points and keep it competitive and hold their defenders as well.
Yeah,
the Whalers did not put up a lot of points in this game. They kept it close.
They really didn't, and you know, they kept the heads up high the whole game, all the way to the end. Penalties and all, fumbles, interceptions, different penalties at point in times when you didn't need them. I mean, everything really happened in this game. The points showed how close of a game it was. 18-16 here at Mac Aldridge Field, Durfee High School in Fall River, Mass. I mean, it was the epitome of what a rivalry really is, and New Bedford came out on top, 18-16.
Exactly. It really was a good football game. You know, like we said, a lot of penalties, unfortunately, later in the game, but it was really overall a very, very exciting game, and it's great to be here doing this with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime, Evan. Teams lining up to show the sportsmanlike. Shaking hands. I know emotions are still high. Anything could happen. Chitter-chatter back and forth between the players. We've seen it all here.
With this win, the Whalers make it 4 in a row over the Hilltoppers on Thanksgiving Day since these last 4 years. So
that's Coach Golden right there, congratulating every Durfee player for their season. Good games.
Folks, stick around because we're going to be doing some post-game analysis here briefly. Just to recap for those who might have missed most of this game, we're going to recap the scores and the scoring plays for you. And we're going to go down on the field in just a few seconds to get some sound from down on the field, and we'll come back to the booth in just a few minutes. Welcome back, folks, to Mac Aldridge Field here at Durfee High School. The Whalers just came out on top 4 straight years. Unfortunately for the Hilltoppers, 18-6 was the final score. 18-16, pardon me. Standing on the field right now with Coach Jones for the Hilltoppers. Coach, thanks for coming down, stealing a couple minutes with us.
Anytime.
Talk about the game. A lot of things went right today. The score wasn't, I'm sure, what the Durfee fans wanted, but a lot of things went right. Talk about what went right today.
Came out fired up. We played with a lot of Durfee pride, and we competed up into the last second. Very proud. They showed, though they came up short, you can't always win in life, but lessons are learned that way. And our young guys had an opportunity to figure out what this game meant to all Durfee Hilltoppers and how important it is. And our seniors went out with a loss, but they actually laid the foundations for the future generations of Hilltoppers, and explained to them in a clear picture on Thanksgiving game that it's mandatory that you come out and give your best effort and come out on top on Thanksgiving Day. But good luck to those seniors moving on with their career, and we look forward to bringing a victory in next year and many more years to come.
Exactly. You talk about the years to come. Talk about what you might be doing as preparations during this offseason to try to, get things better, get things moving more, and maybe, improve the record and improve next year, especially on Thanksgiving Day. This rivalry is such a big thing around here. Next year we'll be meeting number 104.
In the off-season, our new motto is, since I've come in, is that there is no off-season in football, and we will go into weightlifting, building our strength, building our agility, and building our explosiveness. Some players are involved in track and wrestling, but the ones that aren't will be involved in an off-season program, and we start up right after Christmas break.
Now, I know that when I played here, there was no organization or affiliation to get all the players together from the football team. I know we play different sports, but is there anything that you guys are going to do for next year to keep all the players connected so that they don't lose touch with each other?
I've came on board in April, and we've been in an off-season start as soon as I got hired. And our players know that January 3rd, if you're not in the sport, you're involved in our off-season program. And I work in the building, and as long as I'm here, football will be a year-round sport.
So you hear that, folks. It is beneficial to have Coach Jones in the building at all times, keeping the football players together as one knit family, and it would definitely benefit next year's performance on the field. We appreciate you guys tuning in to Fred TV. Again, I'm Robert Costa.
I'm Evan Massoud.
We're here with Coach Jones, the head football coach at Durfee High School. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.